Hello, are you here to debate?
Yeah, perfect. How's it going?
Chillin'. What's your name and how old are you?
You can call me G's. I'm 24. What should I call you, Jay? Is that easy for you?
You can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late to dinner.
Okay, cool. So the first point I want to talk about in your conversation,
You're breaking up, my guy.
I'm sorry. So in your last conversation, if the jail system is the way you want it to be, right? Let's say tomorrow the jail system turned around and it's the way you wanted it, the abolitionist way, right?
Mm-hmm.
A man rape against a female. What is your punishment for that man?
He would go to either a long-term care or long-term rehabilitation center.
Okay, so rehabilitation, right? You rehabilitate and whatever. How long would you estimate? You don't have to give me an exact number. Estimate 5 years,
I have no idea.
6 months.
I have no idea. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not like.
You're gonna change the whole. If you're gonna change the whole prison system and teach what rape is wrong, you better know some type of rehabilitation.
Homie, my guy. I don't know how long it takes to rehabilitate someone. This doesn't mean we shouldn't rehabilitate someone. It just means I'm not a clinical psychologist, so I don't have an estimate on like length.
Okay, no problem. So let's say we try that system and we try this rape thing, whatever, give it 5-10 years, and he comes out and he rapes a female, right? So now we have 2 victims on our hands trying to fix one criminal.
That currently happens now.
Right. You know why it happens? Because we let people out on bail, right? We just give everybody bail now. Because
it happens because of recidivism. Wait, do you know what recidivism is?
Well, I believe if somebody up for rape, we should keep them locked up, no?
No, I don't believe this. Neither do victims of crime. They also don't believe this.
Okay, so for me, I would rather protect the victims more than the criminals. So if somebody's criminalizing people and making victims, we should keep them in jail to protect the people, protect the victims, not protect the criminals, right?
Yeah, again, even the victims of these crimes don't agree with you. When we do the Crime Victim Speak survey every year, 60 to 61% of all victims of violent crimes believe that we should be rehabilitating the people that are committing these crimes, as opposed to long-term prison sentences. So the victims of these crimes don't agree with you.
So you're telling me that a woman gets raped, she would want her prisoner to go out, her rapist to be out of prison?
I'm telling you that when we've surveyed victims of crimes, they are of violent crimes specifically, which sexual assault would be assault would be a part of. Well, yes. How else are we going to get the numbers of what people like want to see happen? You do it via surveys.
Maybe take extreme. You would have to have an accurate poll. Take extreme violence crimes. You know, not somebody pushing somebody over. You know what I mean?
Wait,
it would have to be a more accurate than just a survey.
Someone pushing somebody over is not always necessarily considered a violent crime, right?
Now, it would be considered assault, which would go under a violent crime.
It depends. You're not always going to be arrested for assault because you pushed someone over.
Okay,
this would just be slightly bad faith here.
It depends. But are you saying that yes, some violent crimes would be somebody pushing somebody over? Correct.
Sometimes, sure.
Okay, so of course those statistics and there's more people pushing people over than people being raped. Is my point. So I
would drastically disagree. I would highly disagree that you would have to provide some evidence here that people are being arrested for pushing someone over more than they're being arrested for rape. I would disagree with this.
Okay, you would disagree with that. Simple battery assault is not more convenient or more happening than rapists.
I would say that when it comes to people going to jail, a rapist is going to go to jail over somebody who just like might have pushed someone over. Yeah.
Okay, of course. You know, to be honest with you, this is not the main topic I wanted to talk about. So we'll move on from this. We disagree. You know, I kind of feel like there's some points in there that don't look too good for you. If we change the system, a lot of questions on how it would work. We know the system works now, right?
The system doesn't work now.
We're keeping murderers behind bars.
The system doesn't work. Otherwise, recidivism would not exist the way it does. If the system worked...
The system's getting worse. The system works because we're allowing people out on bond. trying to rehabilitate
there
them.
is there has been when we look at bail reform, there hasn't been any increase in crime offenses due to bail reform. When we look at the actual data, I can pull up the actual data if you want, if you want me to. But bail reform, also in all of these places where bail reform is being implemented, violent crimes are excluded from bail reform. So like a sexual crime is not one where you're able to get out on bail reform. Judges typically don't let you out if you commit a violent offense.
I mean, I'm what you're saying sounds right, and I would agree with that. But there's been a case in New York, plenty of cases where cops are being assaulted and they're being let go on bond or no bond at all.
Point me to one of the cases. I don't deny that it might happen sometimes, right? But it's not this epidemic that you think it is. But point me to one of the cases. Point me to a case where it happens.
It just happened a few weeks ago where 2 illegal immigrants in New York publicly beat cops. It's on video camera, and then they flip the precinct. They flip the news report as they're walking off the precinct with no bond. That's what is turning. Okay, I don't know how you didn't miss that. How you missed that story? That was a huge one. But it's okay. I'd rather go to the men or really woman thing. I'd rather go to that.
No, I'd like to see the actual proof of this.
Sure,
so I'm gonna look this up really quickly.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. It happened in New York City. I believe it was by Times Square. I believe it was 2 or 3 illegal immigrants arrested total, and they all walked without bond, assaulted a police officer right in public.
Yeah, so he was let go. So a 22-year-old migrant accused of taking part in the infamous mob attack on 2 police officers in Times Square was misidentified and was exonerated on Friday. So he wasn't let go without bond because he was misidentified and they couldn't charge him because he wasn't one of the people that did it. And so he flipped off the bird. I would flip off the bird too if somebody arrested me falsely and was filming me as I left out.
The guy doing it.
Yeah, I'm literally. The DA dropped its case against the guy because he was initially charged with assault. Blah 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 blah. After a thorough and diligent investigation, he's what's his name? Juan Boyda has been exonerated as a participant in this assault. They said he didn't do it. In fact, they then said the DA's office. Hold on, stop. The DA's office then said they found the actual guy, arrested him, and charged him. So the person flipping off the camera, the person that they thought,
that guy was one of the
only one person was let go and flipped off the bird. What I'm showing right here. One person was let go, flipped off the bird. He was not a part of the assault. They got the wrong guy, then found the right guy, let go the wrong guy, and went and arrested the right one.
You're wrong. It was multiple people. There were multiple.
I'm not saying there weren't multiple people who were there. What I'm saying is the guy that flipped off the camera was not one of the people who committed the assault. They literally, the DA's office said that they had the wrong person, and then they let him go and picked up the right person.
It's on camera, but I'd rather go into the men and women thing. I'll give you that one, whatever you want to say. But I know for a fact, you can just look into the stories that New York people are getting released bond for violent crimes. Violent crimes. It is happening. It has happened multiple times. I believe George Floyd. I know he's dead now, but George Floyd, all those guys, they were let out on bond plenty of times. They have a violent past history.
You have to show, hold on. So this is the issue. You claimed that this guy was let out on bond. He wasn't. You're now claiming that these people were let out.
No, I said he did not have bond. He walked without bond.
Yes.
This was accurate.
Wait,
and you're saying the reason
he didn't walk without, he was walked without bond because they let him go. It's not you're out without bond until your trial. It's sorry, dude, we got the wrong guy. You're free to go.
What? Since when in America First off, the guy was proper. That was the correct guy. They have it on video. There was multiple.
No, it wasn't. Otherwise, they would have kept him. That's why they picked up somebody else, because he was the wrong guy. What the fuck, bro?
Dude, there were multiple people that assaulted the cop, and they arrested one guy. Okay, because the public was outraged that they released the guy.
Look, even they go, he wasn't there. He wasn't even in the video. The guy that they picked up wasn't even in the video.
Okay, I'm gonna move on because there's no arguing with what you're saying is a false premise. It's all good.
In fact, the only reason they arrested him... Hold on, no, we're not moving off of this. The only reason they arrested him is that he was wearing the same jacket as somebody in the video. Come on, bro.
Dude,
that was their...
The guy isn't illegal. The guy isn't...
I don't give a fuck.
Flipping off the precinct as he's walking out. The man assaulted a cop. That's the end of the story, bro.
First of all, all we know is that he was a migrant. Migrant doesn't mean illegal.
He's illegal. They came out. These are
Where did it come out? Show me that. Where?
Dude, it's all in the report when story first dropped.
I'm looking at the story, and all it says is they are migrants. It doesn't say anything about whether they're in the country legally or not. Point me to them being in the country illegally. So give me a source on this.
I've seen the story multiple times when it first came out.
So give a source on this. This is why even the New York Post just calls them migrants. Fox News just calls them migrants. The New York Daily News only calls them migrants. I'm not seeing any proof of them being illegal. I'm only seeing proof that they're migrants. Migrant does not mean illegal.
Rehabilitation does not work. They come out of jail and they do more crime. There's plenty of people I can point out right now that has multiple violence crime in their history, 20 felonies. No. Well, I don't know what you're getting at. So point me to
that, because you claimed that this was this and it wasn't. So give me the source.
Dude, hold on. I'll tell you somebody right now, because I don't remember this guy's exact name, but it's all over. Dude, it's plenty of people, dude.
Okay, I can't wait. I can't wait to read it. If you have the source, I'm excited to read the source.
I'll get that story for you. No, I'll get you very good example, but I want to discuss something else while I find this example.
I'm not going to move on until you...
I will come back.
No, we're not going to move on. I don't like jumping topics. We're going to stay on this one unless you concede to the topic that you're wrong. If you want to concede that you're wrong and move on, then we can.
Okay. I'm just going to give you an example just so I can move on here, because I really want to get into the becoming woman thing. That's a big thing for me. Okay. So I'll start with George Floyd, right? You know, George Floyd, his history from 1997 to 2005, served 8 jail terms on various charges, including drug possession, theft, and trespass.
Okay, show me where George Floyd was let go without bond for a violent offense.
With bond. I never said without bond. With bond. You said that violent crimes are not being let go with bond. That's what you said.
No, I'm saying that violent crimes are not a part of the bail bond reform. You still get held for bail if it's a violent crime or if you're a flight risk or something like that. Your claim is that even if they commit violent offenses, they're let out without bond. They don't need bond. I'm claiming that they do.
That was never my premise. Okay, so
what do you mean? That was exactly your premise.
No. My premise was that one illegal immigrant in New York got out without bond.
He's not illegal. He was, first of all, I looked it up. He's not illegal. He was an asylum seeker. No, hold on. No. You're not going to just keep saying that. No, you're not going to just keep saying shit that's factually untrue. He was an asylum seeker. He was legally in the country as an asylum seeker. No, because he didn't do the crime. You don't need bond if you don't commit the crime. Are you stupid? You don't need bond if you don't commit the crime.
The precinct does not decide whether you're guilty or innocent. That is what
it wasn't the precinct. It was the district attorney. The state district attorney.
When are you charged with a crime? When are you? When
you don't know. You are. What are you? You're charged with a crime. You're charged with a crime by the state. Are you stupid?
Dude, has this ever happened?
Are you dumb?
Does a police officer ever
oh my
tell
God,
you
he's stupid.
that you are charged with a crime?
He's stupid.
Bring you down to the station and tell you you're innocent and let go without bond?
The district attorney. The district attorney charges. Hold on. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. That's not what happens. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You physically don't understand how the criminal justice system works. When you're arrested, the district attorney, the city's lawyer, decides if they are going to charge you. If the district attorney is going to charge you, you are then held, and a judge decides if you are. A judge decides at arraignment if you're going to be held with or without bond. Then you go to a court case. This is why typically in criminal cases, it's like, let's say your name is John Smith. It's the state of New York, or the city of New York, the John Smith. The district attorney decides. So if you get to a precinct and the district attorney says, we don't have enough to charge him, let him go, the cops let them go. That's how that works. The cops didn't decide to let him go. All the time, constantly, literally. You want me to pull up?
Where does that happen besides for migrants?
All the time, you stupid fucking idiot! Constantly, the district attorney will drop charges. Have you ever heard of charges being dropped? It's literally, we have a name for it. When they say the charges were dropped on any type of case, it means that the district attorney said that there wasn't enough to charge them and they dropped them and let the person go. Anytime the police falsely arrest someone, typically the charges will drop. When you see police arresting people for not giving their ID, and then they're like, oh, well, all charges were dropped and the person was let go. That's because the district attorney said, you don't have enough to charge this person, let them go. You can't have this conversation when you don't have a just basic fundamental understanding of how our criminal justice system works. You would get a better understanding if you just went and watched an episode of Law and Order. Like, what the fuck is happening here, bro?
What you're saying is very stupid. What you're saying is true, but you're taking it out of context, dude. What I told you was that a migrant was arrested. The police were there, seen him assault the police officer, taken to the precinct, and the DEA said, let him go.
They did not see him.
Okay?
They did not see him assault the police officer. They did not see him assault. No. I'm going to correct your misinformation here. They did not see him. They did not. They did not see him. They did not see him assault a police officer. They arrested him later based on his social media and him wearing. This is all what the police said, by the way. They arrested him later. They arrested him. No, it's not. No, it's not. Your claim was they were there, saw him, and arrested him.
Kill somebody.
You're so stupid.
No rehabilitation.
Okay, I can't have a conversation with someone who doesn't understand how the fucking legal system actually works, bro. I really can't. You don't even understand the conversation. Police. What the fuck, bro? Oh my God. That was crazy, bro. He doesn't understand how district attorneys work. Like, what? What?